Okay. Hi, my name's Sarah Diver-Lang and I'm from a company called Ice Cream Architecture. And I'm going to try something that involves a bucket and it involves audience participation. I'm going to talk about sharing and what sharing is about, And first of all, I would like you to kind of go into your pockets or your bags and see if you have something that you would like to share or give up. And let's see how this works. Oh, so I've got an orange. So it's difficult to share basically because you're not always sure about what you have that's of value. You don't know if it's okay to ask for that person to, can I share your thing? So, and it's also difficult in terms of who. You're not always clear who you can share with. If that person is a trustworthy person, if you're going to get the thing that you are lending to come back. So you're not sure how this is going to go either. And that accumulates to a lack of trust. So why is it difficult to share? Because there's barriers for trust here. And that's something that we would like to tackle. So you don't want to trust someone because you're not sure of how they will treat your possessions. For example, here. So I wasn't sure how my brother would treat my possessions when I lent him any of my teddy bears. So my solution was I'm not going to share any of them. And this could lead us to be kind of very wary whenever we're going to share. But what we find is that allowing a person to share is a balance of familiarity and ownership. And that is successful sharing. So it's making what you have and need visible, what you're sharing, who you're sharing with, and what control you have over that asset. So this is our project called Go Get Gorbals, and it's working with the New Gorbals Housing Association. And it's a platform that's going to be announced in June, so you're going to see a lot of placeholder text here as I'm going to go through it. So why do we think that sharing is important, basically? What are the principles? You can see here, sharing spaces, skills, and things can make life and work, leisure more affordable and doable. So if you have an idea, if you have a project, but you don't have the skills that you need, you don't have the resources that you need, how can you kind of access other people that might be able to help you? So for example, in a very simple way, how the website works is I'm a graphic designer, so I can offer graphic design skills, but I don't have a web developer. So what I will put up in the site is I need a web developer. What makes this different and how it kind of combats that visibility issue, that control issue, is I can see a profile of the person that I'm sharing with. I can see how other people have responded to interactions with them, and I can see kind of what is important to them. Go Get Gorbals is different as well because it lies with you are able to join as an organisation, as a group, or as an individual. So I, as an individual, could share with New Gorbals Housing Association, which has a much kind of higher kind of amount of resources, amount of assets that me as an individual might have. So this is where it gets quite exciting. And this is so fast, so quick. What you can also do on the site is add projects. So if I wanted to start a football club, because that's my key interest apart from graphic design, is I can put up all my needs that I would like to have on that. You can also we've been working with Zero Waste Scotland, and we created a matrix. And you can work out the kind of carbon savings of that item that you're putting up. So they've kind of allowed us to access a matrix that we can work those things out. You type in a little bit of information, and it gives you your kind of response. So what we do with Go Get Gorbals and anything that we kind of aim to do with ice cream architecture is work with and design with communities. So we do that through consultation and also kind of active participation in a co-design kind of process. So we worked with Gorbals community steering groups. We went out into the community and asked them what this needs to do, what they would like it to look like, and what kind of changes they need as we're kind of coming to the final stages now. It's really important that we can go back out and say, is this working? Is this right? And part of the things that we've discovered that is specific for the Gorbals is that it needs to have easily translatable languages in the 5 specific languages that they have, but also that there's not a kind of, that there has to be an opportunity for people to be able to see things that are, if they're not online. So we have an opportunity to print blank needs, blank halves. We've worked with people to create it's so quick. Can be a host. And what we've done here as well is that we need, really at the start of something, is to push an idea along. So we've went out with the community. We've asked kind of specifically what you have and what you need, and we've helped that exchange. And this is me now learnt from my experience on sharing. I'm much more willing to put my teddy bears to the front. I can say, look, brother, here are my teddy bears, please share with me. If you want to find out more, please look at the website or talk to me after, because I realise I didn't tell you everything that's so in-depth about the project. And you can have a look at the Facebook page there. Did anyone get or give something from the red bucket? Did our experiment work? A show of hands? Oh, fantastic. You gave. Great. Thank you very much.